Tales of Suspense, guest starring, by special arrangement with X-Men Magazine, The Angel. My power jets are exhausted. I'm falling. Looks like the Angel has defeated Iron Man. Another book-length Marvel Super Spectacular. The new Iron Man meets The Angel. The Angel and the X-Men appear in this story through the courtesy of the editors of the X-Men magazine. The Avengers are depicted briefly on these pages by special arrangement with the copyright owners of the Avengers magazine. The sky is my element, Iron Man. You haven't a chance against me up here. Angel, I'm betting that you're wrong, and I'm betting my very life. Written by Stan Lee, illustrated by Steve Ditko, inked by P. Rainman, lettered by S. Rosen. We seem to be living in an age of miracles. The miracle of atomic energy, orbiting satellites, Telstar communications. And one of the most miraculous sights ever beheld is the sight of a strangely costumed teenager soaring through the sky, held aloft by his own wings. The sight of the X-Men known as the Angel. I can reach the professor's school in Westchester faster if I take a shortcut over the factory below. But the factory below happens to be the weapons plant of Anthony Stark, where a vital atomic test is about to take place. Someone is waving to me below. Gosh, it's Iron Man. I never thought I'd actually see him in the flesh. If that is flesh. Back, you young fool! Get back! A deadly atomic explosion is about to be detonated here. It's no use. He doesn't hear me. Only one thing to do. I'll have to use my power jets to fly up to him. Gotta warn him away. He's zooming up to me. Probably just as anxious to see me. Boy, wait till I tell the gang at Professor X's about this. He's shouting something. Trying to make me leave. But why? The explosion will go off at any moment. Turn back! Can't you hear? Turn back! And then, in the next split second, it is too late for turning back. Too late for words, for actions, for anything. In that fateful split second, a highly refined nuclear explosion takes place, dangerously close to Iron Man and the Angel. Protected by his heavily insulated flexible metal costume, Iron Man is able to withstand the tremendous shock of the explosion without suffering any lasting ill effects. Ugh! Too late. Too late to save the Angel. But the Angel, wearing no such protective clothing, receives the brunt of the radioactivity. That's why he tried to signal me away. An atomic explosion. And I caught whatever radioactivity there was. Lucky my wings were powerful enough to keep me from being blown clear out of the sky. And then, before another instant passes, it happens. The subtle, dangerous change comes over the Angel. I feel different, as though I'm a new person. A smarter, craftier, slyer person. And yes, I admit it, a far more evil person. Meantime, having fully recovered from the impact of the detonation, Iron Man heads for the Angel again. I've gotta reach him, see if he needs any help. I don't know what that clumsy fool is following me for, but I'll show him that nobody can catch the Angel. My jets are losing power. I've overtaxed them. Flown too high, too fast. He knows I'm in trouble, but he's taunting me. He's staying just out of reach. It's just as I feared. The explosion changed his personality, made him cruel, merciless. No more time to worry about him now. Have to save myself. My power jets are completely exhausted. I'm about to plummet to Earth. Mustn't panic. Got one slim chance. My magnetic repeller. If only the power is strong enough. It's working. I aimed it at the ground below. I could feel it repelling the ground, pushing against it, breaking my fall. It's acting like a brake, really cutting my speed. If only it cuts it enough. Going to hit now. This is it. I made it. Some slight damage to my protective chest plate, but it won't be difficult to repair. Boy. I just love you little magnetic repellers. Minutes later, in his private lab, Iron Man becomes millionaire manufacturer Anthony Stark again, as he broadcasts a call to his secretary, Pepper Potts. Pepper, I'll be in my lab for the next hour or two. I don't want to be disturbed. I read you loud and clear, boss. A short time later, a startling announcement is made in Professor Xavier's school for gifted youngsters. That's right. You heard me. I'm quitting, and there's nothing you can do about it. Inside the vast main chamber, Cyclops, the Beast, Iceman, and Marvel Girl all register stunned disbelief at the news. Angel, you can't. You were one of the first X-Men. We started together. Don't let him rib you. He's just kidding. No, he's not. I can tell. He means it. You're blamed right, I mean it. Why should I waste my talents on you lightweights? We're the good mutants. Ha! Big deal. I'm gonna find the bad ones. The ones that want to rule the Earth. The ones we're supposed to fight. And I'm gonna join up with them. That's where the action is. Oh no you don't, pal. You don't break up this combo so easily. I don't know what the gag is, but Professor X ain't gonna like it. We must stop him until the professor gets here. Stop me? Ha! You earthbound clods haven't a chance against the Angel. See? Hey! Let go! You oversized parakeet! Stand back, ladies and gents. Old Cyclops will stop him with a low-intensity energy blast. But before Cyclops can raise his awesome visor... Heads up, Cyclops! Here's a visitor for you. Look out below! That nut really blew his top. You clumsy oaf! You made me miss the Angel! Don't blame me, pal. Tell it to the law of gravity. You can't beat me as easily as the others, Angel. I'll trap you in this quick freezing wall of ice. Are you kidding, sonny boy? Just watch. By flapping my wings at top speed while hovering over the ice, I can melt it away faster than you can form it. And now, I'm cutting out of here. Oh no you don't. I can keep you here by restraining you mentally. Not unless you hit me with those corny mental beams of yours. And you're too slow to hit the Angel, beautiful. See what I mean, baby? You're great at moving bookcases, chairs, and ordinary unsuspecting human beings. But you're not so good against a target who can fly rings around you. Meanwhile, back in his lab, Tony Stark has almost finished the needed repairs on his protective chest device. Once I put this paper-thin iron foil insulator in place, I should be as good as new again. There. It's done. Now to get out of this contraption and become just plain old Tony Stark again. The average, ordinary, ever-loving millionaire playboy industrialist. I just released all the magnetic doohickeys, and the whole caboodle snaps neatly off and folds into place. But, back at the ranch. Okay, weaklings, you've had your fun. But now the fun's over. The next time we meet, I'll be fighting on the side of the other mutants. The ones who want to destroy mankind. He's gone, and we couldn't stop him. Here comes the professor. He'll think of something. Don't waste time with needless explanations. I followed the entire incident mentally. I must now try to reach the angel, to call him back. What got into the angel, sir? What made him turn bad? Quiet, Cyclops. Can't you see the prof wants to send out a thought call to him? Angel, this is Professor X. Return at once. This is an unqualified order. You don't scare me anymore, mister. The only ones I'll be taking orders from now on are the other mutants. Those you call the evil ones. Back in his chamber, Professor X broods, not suspecting the real reason for the angel's change of character. This is my most serious failure. If I could fail with the angel, how do I know who will be next? Am I training a group of powerful X-Men who will one day turn against mankind? Perhaps we should stop our program. Perhaps it was wrong from the start. But before we make any such decision, we must finish the job at hand. We must stop the angel. For if he joins the evil mutants, bringing with him his X-Men training, we may find they are too powerful even for us to challenge. We must take no chances. We must request help. Cyclops, contact the Avengers. Yes, sir, Professor. Minutes later, Cyclops broadcasts an urgent appeal over a secret wavelength used only by the X-Men and other specially licensed crime-fighting organizations. This is the X-Men calling the Avengers. Come in, Avengers. Do you read me? Do you read me? Keep trying, Cyclops. The Avengers, a dedicated group of Earth's mightiest superheroes, consisting of the Hulk, Mighty Thor, Giant Man, the Wonderful Wasp, and Iron Man. The call has gone out to them, but will they respond? Far to the west, in a New Mexico proving ground, Bruce Banner is at work in a lab, which means there is no Hulk at that moment to receive the X-Men's message. While Mighty Thor, in his other identity as Dr. Don Blake, is making his rounds at Municipal Hospital, far from his shortwave receiving set. And Giant Man and the Wonderful Wasp are enjoying a rare social evening together as Henry Pym and Janet Van Dyne, and only have eyes and thoughts for each other. Of all the Avengers, only Iron Man receives the X-Men's call, as it is transmitted to him through his concealed shoulder receiver, which is always in position on his hidden chest device. Say, boss, did I just hear someone else's voice? No, Happy. You're only imagining things. Now excuse me. I'd like to be alone. Did you hear that? Did you hear how he spoke to me? To me, his personal chauffeur, his trusted pal. I've got a good mind to quit. Quit what, Happy? You haven't done a bit of work since you came here. Oh ho! You too? I think it's a conspiracy. Poor Pepper. You try to hide the fact that you're nuts about me by making insulting remarks. But you don't fool me, baby. I know how you feel about me. If you really did know Mr. Hogan, you'd join the Foreign Legion. That is, if they'd lower their standards and take you. Meantime, Inside Stark's private office. It must be pretty serious if Professor X wants the Avengers to help his X-Men stop the Angel. But I'm the only one who received the call. None of the other Avengers responded. Well, I won't tell the others. I'll handle this little job by myself. After all, in a way, it's my fault that the Angel was transformed into a potential menace. And so, Anthony Stark, in the person of Iron Man, will undo the harm that's been done, or die trying. Meanwhile, the Angel flies over New York with just one thought in mind. I've gotta contact the evil mutants and join up with them. But it's easier said than done. How do I find them? Well, there's only one thing to do. I'll let them find me. Hey, Charlie! Some guy with wings just stole some TNT from us and flew away with it. You know it, and I know it, Rocco. But don't tell anyone else, or they'll send us off to the Happy Farm. There! That explosion high over the city ought to make everybody sit up and take notice. And if that didn't do the trick, I'll drop some more over the harbor, just in case some of the bad guys are leaving for a cruise. Well, that's the last of it. I didn't do any damage, but I sure made a wing-ding of a racket. Now I'll just wait around for the X-Men's mutant enemies to contact me. And when they do, and when I join them, that's when the damage will start. That's when ordinary humans better head for the hills. But the wary evil mutants, recognizing the Angel, suspect a trap and do not show themselves. Instead, a powerful, masked figure appears on the scene, propelled by his astonishing power jets. Hold it, officers! Don't shoot! It's Iron Man! No time to explain now, but the Angel isn't really responsible for what he's doing. Give me a chance to stop him before you attack, Chief. Well, I don't know what the regulations would say about this, but seeing it's you... Alright, you have 10 minutes. Don't know what I can accomplish in a scant 10 minutes, but I've gotta try. Angel! Stop! Wait! I've gotta talk to you. You again? Looks like I'll have to polish you off for good now. Didn't expect this little maneuver, did you? My jets can't make me as nimble as his wings make him. He can fly rings around me. But what's he trying to... Oh! Ha! Got you. By holding my legs, he's forcing me to turn against my will. Hope your passport is in order, pal. Because you're about to take a little trip. He's aiming me towards the ground. If I don't stop myself, I'll crash like a burned-out rocket. Okay, sonny boy. Now you'll learn that Iron Man knows a few tricks, too. He's cut off his jets. But why? In case you were wondering, I figured that surprise move of mine would catch you off guard, long enough for me to grab you. Like this. Holding the Angel's slim wrists in a vise-like grip, Iron Man applies his jets at half power, and brings his struggling quarry down to Earth at LaGuardia Airport. Okay, this coffee break's over, son. Now I want to tell you why you're acting as you are, and what we have to do about it. But not realizing the extent of the Angel's personality change, Iron Man carelessly relaxes his grip for an instant. And... he broke away from me. Can't be that unthinking when you're dealing with an X-Men, chum. Or should I say, an X-X-Man. Hey, how come I don't hear you laughing? That was a gas. He's trying to get out the other side of the hangar, but I know how to stop him. Without a second's hesitation, Iron Man hurls 3 powerful transistor magnets in the direction of the Angel. Fly straight and true, little friends. That walking hulk of tin is cracking up. What does he expect to gain by tossing those toys past me? But Iron Man's flying foe soon learns that those little toys, powered by their mighty transistors, have a pull which cannot be broken by mere flesh and blood. Can't budge those blamed things. So that's it. He thinks he can lock me in. You've got another thing coming, Iron Man. This hangar has more than one door. Blast it. No more magnets left. Couldn't manage to clamp that door shut in time. Desperately, Iron Man races from hangar to hangar, seeking his airborne foe, until... No sign of him in the sky. He must still be in... Hey, what? I was waiting for you to step in there, Tinhead. This time I'll do the locking, and you'll be the one who can't get out. So long, sucker. Switching on his emergency light beam, Iron Man takes quick stock of his situation. A fine thing. The dreaded Iron Man, locked up in a storage building. Well, there's only one way to open a lock when you haven't got the key. One way, that is, if you're Iron Man. And that is to activate your arm power pack to its highest intensity, giving your muscles enough strength to force the lock, as though it's made of cardboard. Cutaway view. Whew. That was a strain even for me. Now, I've got to start hunting for the Angel all over again. Oh no. There he is. Atop that water tower. What's keeping the evil mutants? Why don't they join me? I still feel he hasn't turned completely bad. There's still a chance of shocking him back to his normal self. And I'd better be right. For the only way I could think of doing it is by letting my own life hang in the balance. Well, nobody's getting any younger, and the only way to find out if a stunt will work is by trying it. So here goes. Power jets turn to maximum. Full speed ahead. At that split second, the Angel hears the sound of Iron Man's jets, and turns. You again! Are you sure there's only one of you? One of me is more than enough, as you're about to find out. Got you. I knew that even your uncanny maneuverability wouldn't help you to dodge a head-on thrust, using the full power of my jets. Iron Man, you're a fool. Those jet gizmos of yours can't have much more life in them, the way you've been using them all day. And the higher you take me, the more strain you put on them, and the quicker your transistors will burn out. And when that happens, brother, you're cooked. In fact, it sounds to me as though they're starting to sputter now, and it couldn't have happened at a better time. He's right. I've overtaxed my transistors. Can't remain aloft any longer. As Iron Man's main power source begins to fail, the perfectly balanced Angel easily breaks free from his heavier foe. A foe who begins to quiver in the air. And then... I'm starting to fall. Don't give up, buddy. Maybe you'll be lucky and grow a pair of wings. Like me. This is your finish, Iron Man. And good riddance. I warned you to stop hounding me, but you wouldn't listen. Think it over, Rustpot, on your way down. Looks like I guessed wrong this time. And this is one game in which there's no second chance. Even my magnetic repeller won't be able to save me. Not at the speed I'm falling at now. It's too bad I wasn't able to help the Angel. The police are sure to shoot him down as soon as he flies within range. Wish I could think of an immortal last sentence to say, but all I feel like shouting is, help. And still hovering above, we find, why did he try to butt into my affairs? He said he wanted to help. The fool. He needs help now, but he hasn't a chance. While on the ground below, as the police wait tensely, long-range TV cameras cover every inch of Iron Man's earthward plunge, as a shocked nation seems to hold its breath, staring in stunned disbelief. You can almost see him with the naked eye now. It can't be the end of Iron Man. It just can't be. Just another few seconds, and it'll all be over. I kinda wish I could have said goodbye to Pepper and Happy. And directly above the plummeting figure. What's the matter with me? Why do I feel so shocked? He was my enemy, as all crime fighters are. Why can't I be glad of his fate? It's not my fault. I didn't ask him to try to battle me. All I have to do is close my eyes and wait another few seconds. Then it'll be over for him. Forever. No. I can't. I can't! Suddenly, the strange teenage mutant begins a power dive, streaking towards the falling Iron Man. I've got to save him. The Angel. He's coming after me. But he'll never make it, unless I can slow my fall. Just enough to give him the time he needs. Gotta try my magnetic repellers again. If they can even slow me down for a few seconds. The ground is coming so close, and the repellers are so weak. It's no use. I'm bound to crash. And then, just a few fatal feet above the ground which seems to be careening madly up towards Iron Man, to seize him in a deadly embrace. It's gotta be now. I mustn't miss. Got you! Angel, you did it! You justified my faith in you. Your faith in me? What are you talking about? I knew my power jets would fail when I reached a certain height, but I had to do it. To make you save me. To prove to the police, and to yourself, that you're not evil. We saw the whole thing, Iron Man. Lucky thing we held our fire. What gives with that Angel character? Is he for us or against us? I think you'll find he's for us from now on. This little incident brought him back to normal. He wasn't really to blame for his actions, Chief. He was affected by some atomic rays at a test conducted by Anthony Stark at his weapons plant. The rays affected his brain for a time. Until now. So that's the answer. I should have guessed. Then you risked your life to shock me back to myself. You did a thing like that for someone you don't even really know. I had heard of you, and of the astounding X-Men. That was enough justification for me. And speaking of the X-Men, look. Angel! We saw the whole thing in the professor's viewscope. You're normal again. I'm so happy I could cry. And back in Westchester, in a quiet chamber, a quiet man sits, following the entire scene by mental projection. So I did not fail. My X-Men training program is successful. Even under the influence of atomic radiation, Angel could not permit a fellow mortal to die. And then, unheard, unnoticed, unsensed by anyone else, the X-Men pick up a sharp, commanding thought, the silent emissary of Professor X. Your task is finished, my X-Men. Return to the school at once. There is still a vast amount of new training for you to undergo. Class starts in 1 hour. Any tardiness will not be tolerated. We've got to go now, Iron Man. But I must tell you this. If you ever need help, no matter how deadly the trouble, call on me. Call on the X-Men. I'll remember, my young friend. Perhaps one day we might fight side by side, rather than as enemies. And what a fight that would be. Finally, after Iron Man has recharged his transistors, so strong is the mental power of Professor X that one final thought, beamed at Iron Man, actually penetrates his brain. You risked your life for one of my X-Men. No matter who you really are, I shall repay you someday. I promise you that. That thought, like someone invisible, whispering into my ear. But now I must return to my other identity, as Tony Stark. Pepper and Happy, bless their hearts, were probably looking after things for me at the plant during my absence. And knowing them, someone could have stolen the whole factory from under their noses, while they argue about which of them is my most alert assistant. More surprises, drama, and thrills with Iron Man next issue, as the Golden Gladiator continues to climb higher and higher on popularity polls throughout the nation. So, for super thrills in the marvelous Marvel manner, don't dare miss Suspense number 50. See you then. The end. Tales of The Watcher, by special arrangement with the Fantastic Four magazine. Story plot: Stan Lee. Script and art: Larry Leiber. Inking: G. Bell. Lettering: S. Rosen. I am the Watcher. From my vantage point in the outermost reaches of space, I behold the wonders of the known universe. My race is almost as old as time. I am not permitted to interfere with the affairs of the planets. My duty is merely to watch, to observe, to record. But sometimes I speak. I tell what I have seen. You would do well to heed my words, for I am the Watcher. The Saga of the Sneepers. Observe this distant world, unknown to you of Earth. It is here that your oldest rivals exist. They are the Sneepers. The Sneepers, whose civilization is far more ancient, more advanced than yours. But they are an utterly ruthless race. To them, love, mercy, and pity are unknown. Thus, do they prey on other planets, attacking savagely, conquering without compassion, and enslaving their helpless victims. For countless ages, these same Sneepers have cast telescopic eyes through the heavens to spy on you Earthlings. It's the only inhabited planet in that solar sector, but the creatures are so utterly primitive, they wouldn't be worth conquering even if they were within our reach. Yes, in those early years, you were merely primitive cavemen, and the Sneepers scarcely gave you a thought. But through the passing centuries, you advanced. You developed mighty empires. Then came your great creative renaissance. The humans have many talents. They are worthier creatures than we suspected. Finally, you entered the age of the machine. The humans are progressing so rapidly that they may one day overtake us. If that happens, they might succeed in gaining control of the entire galaxy from us. Perhaps it will not happen. Perhaps the Earthlings have reached the peak of their civilization. But to the Sneepers' dismay, you continued to advance. Now they have airplanes, Soon they may invent rocket ships. We have stood idly by long enough. We must now stop the humans. Stop them? How? Our spaceship still cannot reach Earth. Then we must find a way to destroy Earth from this distance. Else they will one day become stronger than we. And that must never happen. From that time on, the Sniper scientists worked night and day to perfect their awesome new weapons. Perhaps we can affect their tides by bombarding their moon, or poison their atmosphere with gas pellets. But with the passing years, you developed your own super weapons. Behold, the humans have found a source of energy beyond what we have. Yes, but what do they do with their fantastic new discovery? They seem to threaten each other with it. Let us wait and see what develops. And the longer the Sneepers waited and observed, the more pleased they were, for what they saw was tension and fear. Hatred, crime, riots, threats, war scare, strikes. Fighting rages in Vietnam. Cuba crisis grows worse. Communists explode new super bomb. Until finally, it looks like our problem will soon be solved. Yes, by the humans themselves. We won't have to lift a finger against Earth. At this rate, mankind will soon destroy itself. It's merely a matter of time. And thus the Sneepers wait for your self-destruction. But you must not allow it to happen. You must not permit the Sneepers to gain control of the galaxy, by default. Somehow, some way, you must prove them wrong. You must heed my warning. For you are free to act, but I may only observe and hope. For I am the Watcher. The end.